Hi and welcome to today's practice. We'll be working with the water element. This is an element that has to do with the kidney and urinary bladder. Those are the organs that are associated, according to Chinese medicine, with the water element. And actually, the water element is the one that is the most yin because it's the coolest, the darkest, and the closest to earth. Today we're going to do two poses to really work those meridians. And to begin with, let's start with butterfly pose. So you can sit up on a rolled up towel or some padding that feels nicer for your hips. And then just have the soles of your feet meet in front of you. And to begin this practice, let's start with some acupressure, some self-massage. Because actually the kidney meridian starts in the sole of the foot and travels all the way through the inside of the leg and the thigh to the interior face of our body until the sternum. And today we're starting the practice working with the K1. This is the kidney 1 acupressure point, which is in between the first and second toe mount. So feel free to start pressing it and holding it and releasing it. So this acupressure point helps us to find some soothing when there is mental agitation. And it really helps us to ground down at the beginning of this practice. Beautiful, activating our kidney meridian. When you're satisfied, open the eyes and let's begin with butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet together, knees, the legs wide open. And depending on your anatomy, there is either a triangular shape or a diamond shape, and just get a feel for your own body if you need to walk your feet further out or closer in. And if there is some pain in your thighs, you can put some cushioning underneath, because in Yin Yoga we always aim for a pain-free experience. So feel free to play around and just put some cushioning below your thigh or your knees if they're hurting. All we need is some padding to arrange our body in the setup for the pose. And then as you inhale, lift the chest up more, and exhale, lean forward slightly and check if there is enough room or if you encounter some constriction. And when you're okay, you can actually walk the hands out in front of you and just let your head hang down, only if you don't have any neck injuries. If you have neck or disc injuries, please use the block to support your neck with the weight of your skull. So to begin with, set the block into its highest setup. And then lower your forehead onto the block and palms out in front of you. And then keep breathing here, and detecting any tight spots in your body. And then just breathing into them. And over time you might feel more ease. And remember, if you feel any pain, any shooting sensations, just back up. By all means, you can stay up with your torso lifted to where we began. If this doesn't feel comfortable, and then after the first minute, we can actually rearrange the setting and go a little bit deeper. So if you're still okay and feel like you'd like to go deeper, you can arrange the height of your block, lower it a little bit further down, and this way you might feel more opening into your hip and groin area. Keep breathing here, and whatever sensations are coming up, just be with them. As any thoughts, these shall pass too. And then let's take 3 deep breaths here in this pose. Inhaling and sending all the breath down into your kidney area. And imagine how the inhale is like water going down your lungs and then arriving at your kidneys. And as you exhale, there is like a steam going all the way up from your kidneys through the chest of your body and out the mouth. One more time like this. Inhale deeply. The water traveling down all the way to the kidneys, tonifying your kidneys. And then as you exhale, there's this kidney steam traveling all the way up and outside of your body. From here, palms down onto the earth. And as you inhale, press up using your muscular energy and roll all the way up your spine. When your spine is straight, hands onto your knees. Inhale to lift the spine up more. And then exhale, find a mini back bend. Holding your arms or holding you. So from this flexion, from this forward fold and butterfly pose, now we're finding a mini back bend, a mini extension to counter the pose. And then inhale, come back to center. Use your hands to close the thighs. And from here, make your way onto your belly. Here we're setting up for swings pose. So you can bring your elbows a little bit forward of your shoulders, palms pressing down. When you relax, they can come wider as your hips. And then inhale, lift your head, the chest further up. And if you feel that there is some pressure in your lower back, I recommend you to use a block and place the block in between your thighs and then start squeezing the block. And this is going to help you to stabilize down in that area. And again, as we're working with the kidney and bladder meridian, this time let's use swings pose, which actually is a tonifier again for our kidneys. But let's use this pose to activate our urinary bladder meridian. So you can either stay here or lift your hands up Bend your arms. And then either place your index fingers on the inside of the eyes. Or if this doesn't feel nice, you can also place your hands, your index fingers on your eyebrows, right next to your eyebrows. And then just hold there, stimulating the first or second point of the urinary bladder meridian. And actually, the urinary bladder meridian is the longest that we have in all of our body. It's got 67 points. It starts at the inside of the eye, travels along the skull, along the back, and then from there through the posterior and center part of your leg, all the way down, and it ends at the pinky toes. So when you've had enough of this stimulation, of this acupressure, come back into Swings pose, and it's actually nice to have the elbows a little bit further, a little bit forward of the shoulders. And if all is well, check in with your middle back and the lumbar spine area. If all is well and you feel you could go deeper, inhale and press your palms down to lift the arms, the elbows off the earth to find seal pose. So if this incline is too heavy, too strong, you can walk the hands further in front of you to make it less steep. Just check in with your body. And if you still feel there's more room, you'd like to go deeper, you can actually lift your feet off the floor and let the heels fall toward your hips. But remember, this is not everybody's darling, so be mindful of what it feels like in your body. So we're using the strength of the arm to really compress the lumbar spine area, the kidneys. We're resetting, refreshing the kidney chi while we're opening and extending the front part of the body. So really inhaling into the lumbar spine, into the kidneys. Get a feel of the water flushing the kidneys. So this pose is really good, helps you revitalize the chi in your kidneys, especially when you're very exhausted and tired. And we do put a lot of effort onto, or actually we're exhausting our kidney chi with a lot of mental overwork or physical strain. So this pose really is a gem to counter that. One more deep inhale here. And then exhale, lower the arms down. Have the palms stack above each other. And then elbows wide, lower the forehead down and just shake your hips. Release any tension from the lower back area. And you can find crocodile shape and have the toes come outside, the heels facing inwards. And just relax here for a moment.